Hi everyone! If you don't know me, I'm Ree from mummyoffour.com and I help busy mums make their lives easier with parenting tips, tricks, hacks and advice. I am basically sharing all the stuff that I wish I had known before I had my first baby that it's taken me 4 babies to figure out. So today I'm answering a question that I've had sent in over social media, specifically about baby-led weaning, and I've got a mum who's concerned if her baby is having enough food through baby-led weaning. So there's like 2 parts to this question. This is the first part, and then there is a second part to the question where she wants to know how she can encourage her baby to eat more, and I will link to that other video. So the first stage is always with baby-led weaning, are they having enough? So there are 4 ways that I'm going to share with you today that you can tell if your baby's having enough. Your first step is always with seeing your health visitor and checking if your baby is gaining an amount of weight that your health visitor is happy with. So it doesn't have to, it doesn't, you know, like Zara, for example, is really, really small. So she is little for her size. Aren't you, Zaza? Do you want to come and say hello to everybody? She doesn't want to come and say hello to everybody. Zahara's very little for her size. Her sister was always a lot bigger at the same age. But she's always followed the lines of the centiles. So if you're in the UK, you get the red book, and there are lines of the centiles. So Zara's always been below the 25th centile, but she's always followed that line. So as long as the weight gain is following those lines, and your health is just happy with that. You want to go and play? Okay, go and play then. As long as you're... I want to play, Mummy. Okay, Johnny, you go and play. She's just in the corner of my office playing. So what was I even saying? So as long as your health visitor is happy with the amount of weight that your baby is gaining, then that is step 1. If they're gaining the right amount of weight, chances are they're having the right amount of nutrition that they need for the stage they're at. The next stage is wee and poop. So if they are, it's always important that your baby is weeing and pooing frequently, that they're having plenty of wet and dirty nappies. How many dirty nappies a day? Obviously it varies baby to baby, but poo can be very telling when baby-led weaning is, when we're talking about baby-led weaning. What happens with your baby's poo becomes very interesting. Do you remember that bit in Jurassic Park where they look through the dinosaurs' poo to see what's going on? It's very much like that with your baby's poop. Basically, if you've been breastfeeding your baby up until now, you'll know it's just like curry sauce explosion. You will notice that even if it seems like your baby is just spitting out everything you give them, that little bits of food will start to make their way into their poop and the poop will change. So if by looking at their poop you can see, if even though it seems like they're not having any at all, what's going in. So that's well worth looking. That's number 2. Number 3, if your baby is having enough nutrition, is how much milk they're having. So are they still looking for loads and loads of milk, or are they naturally cutting back on that? So each baby is very different for this. If they are naturally eating plenty, then they will perhaps want to cut back on their milk. Some babies, there will be a balance of they don't want to eat because they're so full of milk. What I found a really good way to do it was to give like half a feed, say 20 minutes before offering food, because I found with baby-led weaning, my babies would get very frustrated if they were very hungry and couldn't get the food in. But if they were too full, then they wouldn't be interested at all. So I'd kind of give them a little bit of a feed to take the edge off the hunger, and that would be kind of a good way of encouraging them to eat without them being so starving that they were frustrated and cranky. And then the last of my 4 things to kind of look for of are they getting enough food is their sleep changing. So if they've previously been a good sleeper and suddenly they are not sleeping so well, it's possible they are not having enough food in the day. You need to work on upping either their milk. Oh, is it, darling? Upping their milk, or ideally their intake of food during the day. So those are 4 ways to tell if your baby is... It is, darling, is it? It is open. I'm not sure what she's talking about. So those are 4 ways to tell if your baby is having enough food when it comes to baby-led weaning. It is worth remembering the old mantra of food before 1 is just for fun, because this is the whole ethos with baby-led weaning, that they get most of their nutrition from their milk, and whatever they take in before that is a bonus, and that's kind of something that I bought into certainly by the time I had the girls, which were my last 2 children, and it made me a lot more chilled out and it really helped. And they both ate a much wider variety of foods by sort of taking this approach and sort of sticking with the baby-led weaning. So that is it for me for now. Make sure you check out the other video, which I will link very, very shortly, which is the rest of this question, which is how you can get fussy babies or fussy toddlers to perhaps eat a wider variety of food and a little bit more quantity of food. So I hope you'll check that out very soon. If you're catching this over on YouTube and you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to be notified for every time I post a new video, which is a few times a week at the moment, but at least every single week. If obviously you're on Facebook, make sure you hit the you like my page and turn on notifications there so you don't miss anything at all. So I will see you all very, very soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye.